Okay, these are conduits. These are electrical conduits, and they're supposed to go inside the boxes here. And inside, that's a conduit, and that conduit's supposed to fit inside the. And this goes to the guest quarters. This is the conduit that comes to the power to the house, comes to your meter, and that should have been attached. It was attached at one time. You can tell there's been some ground movement that caused that. We're in the breaker boxes here now, and so what we've got going on is this is L1, L2, and then this is your neutral, and that neutral should have been wrapped with white tape. There should have been plastic covers put over L1 and L2 to protect you from shocking yourself. Coming along in here, these are white hots. White hots should be wrapped with black tape. Big deal, not so much, all right? But it should have been done all the same. Inside of this panel, this is the main panel, there should have been a notice inside of here, or it should have been written in on it, to tell you where the electrical bonding is located. If I can find it later, I'll tell you about it, but it should have been labeled inside of here. This bus bar running right in here, okay, that's a neutral bus bar. One screw, one wire. Over here on these neutrals, you see those doubles back up in there? So those doubles should have been, you got plenty of room. There's no reason in the world why they couldn't have been separated, and they should have been separated. Coming over here, we got the same thing with these neutrals. Look at all these, plenty. Okay, but that's what they bothered to do. Coming along here, this is a sub panel, all right? So since this is a sub panel, then what happens here is they're separated. Okay, I got ahead of myself. But you should have the protective booties. This is both panels. See the wires that come through here? Do that one knockout like that? That's called bundling. All right, if you look in these panels, you see all these little holes? Those little holes, the little perforated holes on there, those are for your wires, because you're only supposed to have 2 wires come through a hole like that. They make these big ones like that. They make it for L1 and L2. That's for the major electricity to come in, but it's a lot quicker for somebody just to knock a big hole out of the top of it instead of using all these little ones like they should have, and they run them all through there, and it's called bundling. It's a de minimis. It's not a really big hairy crime. You see it, it's very common. Doesn't make it right. All right, so we're over here in the sub panel. The neutrals and grounds have been separated, but we still have some double lug neutrals right there. Double lug neutrals, double lug neutrals. Okay, so now, see these screws? This panel's held in with screws. All right, it should have been held in with nails. Nails have sheer strength. You ever try to take apart a tree house? It's impossible. All right? Screws, they get a lot tighter, they're a lot quicker, but screws break. So if you have a earthquake or a tornado, then this panel wouldn't stay in as well as it would have if it had been nailed in properly. So this is the main panel and sub panel. We got 200 amps coming to the house. Let's go up to the attic. Okay, this ladder, it's seen better days. These are rails on the side. These rails should extend. This ladder should go 100% straight as an arrow. It's buckling right in here. It's weak right in here. It's split right in here. I'm going to be a fool and go up it. All right? Hey, y'all, watch this. Be the death of me. All right, we got a little bit of movement on the ceiling up here I talked about in the previous one. This is plywood, all right? This does not have the same fire insulating properties as the gypsum board. So this should have been lined with some kind of a fire blocking. This is basically makes a chimney between the garage and the attic space. These things right here, they're called instructions. And you have to read those instructions to get up here. And those instructions say that you should put nails in these holes on the side right here. They did one. How about that? Did that one. I just missed one. No big deal. Installed better than I was anticipating. I was leading you up to a big, exciting crescendo there. Okay, these are hangers. They're nailed pretty right. Okay, so we got engineered. Very nice, very nice. Okay, we got engineered piers in here. OSB, typical framing. Stiffeners on the struts longer than 6, well, on some of them. Struts longer than 6 feet should have stiffeners on them. Some of these do. It'd be nice if they all did, and they don't. Okay. Got a little bit of storage up here. These struts right here, they should have had stiffeners on them. like this. This is a stiffener, just so that everybody's on the same page here. It kind of makes this T-back. Some people call them T-backs. Take your pick. All right. Deck loose fill insulation, fiberglass insulation. This insulation is about 8 inches thick. It's kind of thin. This white pipe coming through here, that is for your whole house vacuum system. This pink pipe coming through here, that is for your fire suppression sprinkler system. Coming over here, you shouldn't have more than 1/2 inch sag, and you shouldn't be kinked. You shouldn't have sag like this in your air supply duct. And then over here, all right, your insulation is missing completely from your air supply duct. And then this happens over here, that right there, that's your bathroom vent fan. Oh no, that's not. That is your fireplace fresh air vent. And then the insulation's too close to the chimney. I can't see that there's a fire blocking plate there. All right, so we come over here, we got some other venting. These are your bathroom vents, this white stuff right over there. Okay, your bathrooms are venting directly into the attic, and the insulation is actually kind of thin over here. Let's just keep on going. We got more. The gas line should not be in front of the pedestrian walkway. All right, there's another bathroom vent. That one was easy. Didn't have to go hunting for that one. Okay, this is the north. This is the east indoor air handler. What do we got here? Filters attic. We got filter attic. Come right over here. This is how you change the filter on this baby. And the guest quarters, it's on the ceiling. Let's see what we got. Oh, okay. Old man grunt a lot. Old man home inspections. Let me pick you back up. It's a 20 by 25 by 1. That's the same size as in the outbuilding, or the guest quarters. And that filter looks like it's pretty clean. Okay, so did the other one, by the way. I haven't found a dirty filter yet. I'll let you go. Hang on. What I'm not seeing here, I might as well talk while you can hear me. Alright, what I'm not seeing here is I'm not seeing a care and use manual. This gas line right here, the one that's in the pedestrian walkway, it should have had a sediment trap or a drip leg so that the contaminants can fall in there instead of go into the jets. The gas line, flexible gas line should not enter the furnace cabinet. It should have been stubbed out with solid pipe before it gets there. That's a shallow P-trap. We've got that in the other one, so that's 2 out of 3, a shallow P-trap. And the primary drain line for the evaporator coil is not insulated. And then we got over here, there's a lot of rust. I'm going to get some still images before I get out of here. Okay, but we got a lot of rust on the bottom side of the evaporator coil there. This pan has been replaced. It's shiny like a new penny. So something was going on. We got some history there, that's for sure. What else have we got here? That's cloth tape on your clothes dryer. That's your clothes dryer vent right there, and cloth tape should not be on your clothes dryer vent. We got a bend right there, and the last year the requirements have changed about this clothes dryer vent, so it's supposed to be larger at the termination point. But we can see water stains around the clothes dryer vent right over there. We see water stains, and we can see that that vent does not extend all the way to the exterior. Before I put my flashlight on there, I could actually see daylight in there, and maybe that you can see that. Coming over here, that's structural sheath paneling. That's fine. Coming over here, we're looking up at the other. I don't have a walkway to get over there. All right. These Purlins struts. These Purlins struts are undersized. These Purlins struts are undersized, and they do not have stiffeners on them. These are attic power vents. All right. In the day, those were the cat's meow. You don't want those. What they do is that they suck. They put negative pressure load on this attic. There are no other exhaust vents. They put negative pressure on this attic, and it sucks the conditioned air out of the living space into the attic space. This one's kind of unique. Well, it's not unique. It's actually pretty common, but this one's got an issue. That right there, what we're looking at, that's called a floating junction box. That's the thermostat for that's supposed to be mounted. How does this other one look like? Ah, that one's floating too. And then you got an unprotected electric conductor going inside of it. So I recommend that the attic ventilation be improved so that you don't need those types of fans. Those fans, they sell them, I get it, they sell them, but they are out of vogue. They are no longer what you would call acceptable. So I realize the house was built like this, I know that, but these are the things that I see. I see things. This house has soffit vents, okay? Soffit air intake vents around the soffits, around the exterior perimeter, around the eave of the house. And everywhere you have a soffit vent, and you've got several along this wall here, but everywhere you have a soffit vent, you should have a soffit vent baffle. It's a little corrugated, like it looks like a little piece of patio roofing. And those vents fit in between the rafters where the soffit is. And they direct the air over the insulation and then out through the vent. Without the soffit baffles, then the air gets raked across the insulation, and then the minerals filter, the insulation filters the minerals. Can you see all that gray in there? All right, those are minerals, all right? They short circuit, if you will. That's what it's called, I know. But they short circuit, they're conductive, and they conduct heat, and they, you know, attached to each other, and you have a matrix over here. You got a mineral matrix on top of your insulation that compromises it.